Hey, hey. Hello.
Look over here.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Look, welcome y'all to Look Over Here, our newest segment, our newest show for Solo Lamas. We're so excited.
Las Mas.
Solo.
There are
Las
several
Mas.
Masses.
I know, but I like Solo Lamas. I don't know why. It just rolls off my tongue, but I know.
Oh, Solo Las Mas does not roll off the tongue at all. However,
but I got
there is a legal reason why it's not Lamas.
I know. Solo Las Mas. I got it. Get it. I know it, but whatever. Hello. Welcome to The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and where you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm your girl, Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. And if you have some tea, you know what to do. Hit me up. I am currently drinking on my favorite orange Sunkist because I had it with my dinner, and so I'm drinking it. But if I was drinking anything else, probably some tea or something, I'd probably be drinking it out of my cup mug. Ooh, panel full of cup mugs, panel full of cup mugs. Beer. And you can get your cup mug at LanaG'sCreations.etsy.com. Get your cup mug or any of our cup merch. The link will be in the description below. And we do ship domestically in the U.S. and in North America, including you, Mexico. So there are no excuses. Now, internationally, there's some excuses. But we're working on it. I think I'm one step closer to getting that fixed. So I'll keep you informed. But get your cup merch.
Well, I'm David Healy, and yes, I'm still wearing my Dakota Schiffer shirt, and I'm still drinking water.
And I'm still Logan Murphy. I say something gay. I'm here for my first Look Over Here, and I'm very excited about it.
Look over here.
Because I love Jada, and I'm so excited. I'm very excited for this new branch off situation that we are doing here with the cup. And I'm just drinking water because hydration is very important. It is the same river lime water that I've been drinking all day today.
Word. Well, if you are already here, that means you've already watched our other video. So you know what our thoughts are about the episode in whole. I know, wild. But we gave y'all very vague thoughts about the looks. So now it's time to jump and give you the in-depth thoughts and scores and how we really felt about these looks. Not the generic, version that we gave you in the episode because, this is something we want to do for just you. And we want to keep it cute and keep it tight and keep it classy and cute. And, so you don't have to watch the whole episode if you don't want to. If you're just interested in the looks, this is the show for you. But before we do anything else, why not subscribe to this channel? Subscribe here, notification bell there, do all the things. You see the super thanks button, hit that. Give us the super thanks. Appreciate you.
There.
You see the join button for our membership, hit that. Join all of those things. If you rather go to Patreon and join our membership, go look in the description below and get that link to go there. All the early access.
Over there.
Look over there.
Look
because
over there.
If you want to get an early access to Look Over Here, it'll be in our membership channel and on Patreon. So do all of that. If you're a fan of reality TV, go subscribe to The Cup TV. If you're a fan of Eurovision Song Contest, go subscribe to The Cup ESC. And if you're a fan of wrestling, go subscribe to The Cup Ringside. Yes, I said it. The Cup Ringside. 4 channels. Y'all see what we're doing right now? Multiverse.
We are an MCN.
Period. So we got all these channels giving you all this content. So go subscribe and check all of those channels out if that is what you want to do. So we're going to jump right into it because I feel like we don't want to waste anybody's time
No.
getting into these looks, these judges' looks. I mean, if we talk about looks, we got to talk about these judges' looks. My man got Louis Vuitton all over his body, face and hands, but I'm like, why is it not on your neck? That is the only thing that bothered. I'm just saying.
I agree. I was like, I love the dedication with the face, but I was like, I'm wondering if they did it with a stencil or something and whether it was too difficult to do.
Yeah, that's a good question. My friend Strand, who maybe he'll join for one of these, who knows? He does a very similar thing with his makeup, but I don't know if he does his neck or not. But he likes to like wear a shirt and then paint his face to match it. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's kind of like my friend. So I liked it, but the main event for me was Vanessa. I thought she looked so good. So good.
That's look. If you got the figure to wear that and be bashfully unashamed to go out there like that, baby, I say do it. If I had her body, I'd do it too. She looks great.
I love this Lola look a lot more than I did last week's. I liked last week's for sure. I'm a much bigger fan of this one. Whatever's happening with this like crinkly situation, I'm a big fan of that. So I think she looks great.
Absolutely.
She's so short.
Yes. Yes, she is.
There's so much critique in such a small body.
That's a little pocket rocket. She is fiery and sassy, but very plain. Let's get into these looks. It's La Mas Religiosa. Religiosa. Starting with
Velvetine.
Velvetine is back. We talked about it in the episode about the rules and what they're doing, and Velvetine got a chance to come back. Gets no feedback though. For now, it's no feedback. But we gonna give a feedback on this look. David, what did you think about this look?
Yeah, I thought she looked good. I thought it was very polished and pretty, very pure. And I like this much better with the headpiece on instead of that wig that kept sliding off, as you heard us talk about. But yeah, I really wish she could have gotten some feedback because I do think she was at least better than I'd say about two or three. Two or three. She was still on the lower end for me, but I do like this. This is a step up, I think, from last week.
See, I kind of see this as a step down from last week because I wasn't here last week to talk about it, but I did really enjoy her runway. I thought she was the worst in the talent, but I really enjoyed her runway. For me, I like the headpiece and I like from like the bust up on this. The effect made with having all on the face, I think turned out really, really good. I was nervous when we saw her in the episode getting ready. I was nervous about what it would turn out to be. And I think it turned out really good. My problem is actually with the garment itself and that I think it completely loses her shape. It bunches up at weird places. It ends at like this weird length that I don't love, but I love the headpiece. I think the whole face situation is really, really good. The sleeves are great. It's just the rest of the bottom part of the garment for me, it swallowed her up. I didn't get shape from her, and I wanted something a bit more than just white with the black accenting. I still probably think there's maybe one look that I'm a little bit lower than this. I wasn't all that impressed with Velvetine, unfortunately.
I mean, I like the headpiece. I like the mask or the head thing that she has around her face. I thought it was I like the makeup that she did. I thought it was good. I do agree with this, the shape of it at all. It's just not there. I wish the dress was a little bit longer, just a tad bit longer. But I didn't hate it. she's not the worst for me, I don't think, but I don't think she's that much higher than Norms. But I don't hate it. I don't hate it to say. Yeah. Scores.
Well, I look back at my score for what I gave her last week, and at this one I actually did give her 2 points lower. It's an 87.
Okay.
I'm gonna give her. Well, if you're giving her an 87, I'm gonna give her a 78.
I actually gave her 75.
Oh,
Interesting.
very interesting.
Up next, we have
Gvajardo.
Gvajardo. I just get so scared to say it.
Gvajardo.
Gvajardo.
Here, every time, and we did it in the other episode too. Every time that you need to say it, I'll say it, and you just lip sync me saying it. Gvajardo.
Sure, but this is her look, David.
I like it. I don't like this as much as I liked her look last week, but I still do like this. I thought the golden like teardrop beads were a nice touch. For me, the focal point though is that headpiece. I really like the headpiece, and I get what Luis was saying about the beads being a little bit too big, and they kind of lose their luster when they're that big. I never thought about that, but it completely makes sense. Still, I thought this was very strong, and I loved everything going on with the presentation. Especially seeing two very handsome men kiss.
Oh wow, David's thirsting over Toxico and Veneno again. Wow.
Yep.
Shocker. I mean, rightly so.
I'm about to say you were 2 seconds from saying it.
I have thirst followed all three of them on social media, so I can't really sit here and say anything. I gotta be honest, because I did really, really enjoy her look last week as well. I was a little disappointed in this as well. These were the two right at the top were the ones that I was like, oh, like this is solo less mas. I'm expecting a little bit more because the quality, especially of last week's runway, was so high across the board. And so for me, I really do like the headpiece. Again, for me, it's kind of bust up. I am really enjoying what's going on. I think the face with the makeup, I love this like softer makeup on Gvajardo. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous on her. The wig is lovely. Like you said, David, the focal point is the headpiece, and I think the headpiece itself looked good. The dress, I don't love. It's a little ill-fitting in places. It was bunching. I think she had one moment of almost tripping over it on the runway. The presentation, I will say as well, I thought was really, really good. But the dress really throws it off for me. I absolutely agreed with what Luis was saying about the stones. Because you're going to lose they look like polka dots from afar. And so you're only really going to see that detail work up close. But if you kind of chunk stone it or use kinds of stones in the actual like stoning of the garment, you're going to get a wider effect, and it's going to be seen from a much further distance. So I don't think this was bad by any means of the imagination, but the standard is so high here that like I was just hoping for something a little bit stronger from Gvajardo here.
I agree about the dress. I don't really much like the dress as much, but I do like the headpiece and the cape that's going on behind the dress. I think that is very pretty. The headpiece is stunning. I like the makeup is good. I do think it's a slight step down from last week, but I'm not really sure what I scored her last week, so I can't make sure that my score is actually going to represent that. I don't know, but it's fine.
Would you like to know?
I just want to just go by what I think, and I don't know, but I'm just gonna be honest about what I critique her, how I critique it, and if it matches up, it matches up. If it doesn't, maybe I liked it a little bit more. Who knows? Sure. But yeah, scores.
I gave her a 90.
I gave her a 77.
Gave her an 81.
It is lower than last week's, Lana.
See? Great, thank you.
I think you gave her. It was like 87 or 88.
Oh,
I took a look because I was curious.
Cool.
Also because I wasn't here.
Absolutely. Madison.
This was my least of the week. I didn't love this. But mainly it's because I do not like her face and wig. It just like it's giving me first time in drag. Honestly, just what's going on here. Like it looks like she just threw on a wig. Her makeup is not nearly as good as we've seen it in the previous episode. She kind of looks like Scarlet Bobo here. Maybe Scarlet Bobo is Liza except blonde. I don't know. And even the like outfit itself is good but very simple. So for me, the only thing that I really liked was the wings. And I think even the wings, she kind of bit off more than she could chew with those. She definitely had some troubles maneuvering around with this. And honestly, everything just made her seem so tiny too. Like she just seemed swallowed up, and like she seemed 4 foot tall. Which is not what a drag queen usually wants to do. So yeah, this was definitely a huge step back from last week. And you know what, Lana? Remember what I said last week? I was like, I think we have 3 fashion girls. And even though I'm scoring Madison way up there, I don't think she's one of those girls. And she's kind of proving me right.
Don't come for my baby. I love her.
Me too.
This was also my la menos, but like Madison is such my heart pack in so many different ways. I'm truly loving her in this season. I do agree this was a little underwhelming. I mean, you had the wing malfunction, which was kind of the big part of why the look didn't come together. But beyond that, I do agree. I actually don't mind the makeup here. The wig, I don't care for the wig, unfortunately. This kind of wig can work for someone with her face shape. I do agree with what I think it was Luis was saying with having some more longer parts coming down the side. So it kind of frames her face away. Because there are just some people with some face shapes where a pussycat wig is not going to look the absolute best. And so you got to do some things to modify it. The garment itself is not bad here. I got what she was going for. I understood, the references she was trying to make. I just think the execution could have been a little bit stronger.
I really love Madison, but I was not in love with this look. It definitely was my Luminos of the week. I was just like, I agree with you, David. Everything about this look made her look small and tiny and very like swallowed. And I just wasn't feeling it. The wig is small. The wings are so big, it's swallowing her. Her outfit looks small. The way her makeup is made her face look small. It's just all very small to me. And she's not, like you said, she's not already not a huge person. And if you're going to put something so big on somebody so tiny, it just makes them look smaller. And I think when you're on a stage, it's your job to look larger than life, larger than what you are. And it just didn't work for me. I didn't like this outfit. I didn't like the hair. The wings were so big, she couldn't control it. I just wasn't a fan of this one for this week.
I just realized between the small size and the wig, it's giving me Tinkerbell a little bit.
Very much Tinkerbell. Very much like Tinkerbell, except Tinkerbell's wings fit her body, and this just is so outrageously big, it's swallowing her up. But yeah. Scores.
I'm still giving her a 70.
I gave 73.
I gave her a 60.
No.
Didn't like it. And
No.
it could have been worse. It could have been way worse. Georgina. Georgie.
Yes. Georgie, one of the ones that I said is going to be a fashion girl.
That's true then.
That is what I said.
It sure is, David.
And she still might be. This was not giving me fashion.
She ain't showed this week.
This was my other bottom. I would have had her and Madison as the two lowest. There's just so much going on with this dress. And it's really just hard to pick apart any details. And it's so dark that it kind of just looks like trash. I do like the thing she's holding. I don't know. I'm a trash.
She is not a trash.
I was talking about me.
Right.
Right.
I do like her little sign, but I don't know that I fully. I don't know. It couldn't make up for what I'm seeing with the look. Her hair and makeup is great, though. I don't think she's ever going to go wrong with makeup.
This disappointed me as well. Not as much as yours did, as you thought it did, David. I don't mind it. I get what she's going for here. I got it. It is just a lot going on. Now that I'm looking at it more, I don't know that I really actually like it that much. I don't know. Her face is gorgeous. Again, it's kind of bust up for me. What is this runway? No, that's another girl. We'll talk
Gorgeous
about her.
with a G.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
No.
Well, she's
Geor.
She's Georgie, so she's gorgeous.
Georgious. I'm tired. Y'all can't do this to me. I'm tired. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of bust up for me again. Now that I'm
it's busted up. Oh! He just said busted up.
Thank you so much. This is going to be my last episode of Look Over Here. Thank you so much. I'm going. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of bust up. David, I do enjoy. The religious imagery kind of throughout the garment is fun, and I like that she took a darker approach to it, but more like a gothic darker approach. I just wish it looked better.
I get what she was going for, and I still don't like it. I just don't. Not a fan of the it's too much to try to figure out what everything is on this dress. And Lord, I hate those shoes. I hate those shoes so much. I don't like those shoes on anybody. Like regular folks walking around with those chunky. I hate those shoes. I just hate those shoes. That's just me. I don't like those shoes. And I don't. It's too much. It's way too much for me to get and try to break down or whatever. I just don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. That's it. Scores.
75.
I also gave her a 75.
I also gave her a 60.
Well,
the way you made us think you were going to say, I also gave her a 75.
Oh, no. I knew Lana wasn't giving it that high of a score.
Absolutely not. I didn't like the last one. I didn't like this one. But I did like this one. Miss.
Did you say her name?
I whispered it.
Oh, see, every time you whisper it, you did this last week too. It does not come through my head.
Oh, no. No, the funniest thing happens because every time you either whisper or you yell and scream, your mic peaks, and so we don't hear it.
Yep.
I love that.
I was like waiting. I was like, when are we gonna?
I said,
Okay, I could kind of hear it then.
Okay.
We
But
got, like,
Soro
the
Nasty.
background.
Soro Nasty
Thank
is here.
you.
Okay, I'm a little conflicted on this. And I'm very
Oh.
interested to see if you all agree, because there are things
Mhm.
I really like about this.
Mhm.
Like, I like all of the colors. I love her face. Her wig is pretty good. I wish it was like, if you're gonna do that like in the face thing, I kind of want to see it be like a wet wig, you know. And the headpiece is stunning. But when she did come out with the gold all wrapped around her, it kind of gave me aluminum foil, like golden aluminum foil.
Oh, it gave me golden baked potato.
Yes.
Mhm.
And then when she took it off,
Mhm.
her dress was a little stiff and a little like uh it was like a little wrinkly in parts. Especially the bottom part. We can't see it in this picture, but the train just following behind her, it was just kind of wrinkly. So I would have expected her, another one that I'm like, oh, you're one of the fashion girls. I would have expected her to really make sure that it looked seamless and smooth and everything. But overall, I still really do like this. This is way up there for me. Maybe not quite in my top half, but right below it, honestly. Because I do think she looks stunning. So overall, very good. I'm just nitpicking.
Kind of agree with that, honestly, David, because I didn't like the coat all that much. I understood it. The reference, got it, 100% makes sense. I didn't like the coat because it's that lame that just looks kind of cheap in the wrong lighting. And so that's kind of, at least I think it's lame. It could be another material. I'm not 100% sure. The base dress I really enjoy. I like the structuring of the kind of like egg skirt, as I'm calling it. Like, I really like that. Headpiece is gorgeous. Makeup is gorgeous. Hair is gorgeous. It's a step down for me from last week because I absolutely loved what she wore last week. But not by as much as some of the other girls we've already talked about.
I do agree with the baked potato of the first part of it. Um, it was a lot. I think once it came off, I was more happy with the garment itself. Uh, I love this headpiece though. This headpiece is so good. Um, yeah, I like the shape of this dress. I like the little egg shaped dress or the whatever we calling it, the exaggerated hip part of it. I do agree with you about the wig. I don't like the thing in the face. Like, I would rather it not been there or just give me a better wig. But it just because it just looks a little dry and like just a piece, just one little piece, just hanging off to the side by itself. Like, why are we doing that? Why do we have that one little piece just hanging off like that? Why are we doing that? That doesn't make any sense to me. It just drives me crazy. So, but I thought overall this is a good look. Is it her best look? Did I like last week's look? I don't know. We'll see. Scores.
I gave her an 89.
I gave her an 82.
And I gave her an 87.
Wonderful.
Up next, we have Sirena.
Okay, when she first came out, I was like, okay, this is very straightforward, but it looks very nice. And I really like that fabric. Like, there's not a lot going on with it, but it just seems so smooth and soft all the way down, especially after seeing like some crunchy fabric from other queens. I was like, oh, I really like this fabric. But I did not expect where this was going to go. And I'm so glad that she did this, because last week I was like, is she ready? Is she ready for this? Because she was clearly my least favorite of the first episode. But I thought this was such a smart idea, and she pulled it off very seamlessly. And look at that body. Like, that's so impressive. Like, all the contouring going on the body. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I do agree. The beard wasn't my favorite, but everything else I just thought was really, really impressive. Absolutely one of my favorites this week.
You know, I'm very thrilled that I wasn't here last week to talk about Sirena, because I do like Sirena, but I really did not like what she had last week. Now this, I love. I'm so happy to see this from her. I think if there was one girl that was going to do this on this cast and pull this concept off, it also could have been Rudy, but it would have been Sirena. And so I'm happy that we got this concept, because that first look walked out and I was like, this is cute, girl. What you got underneath? I was like, please let it be a reveal. For the love of God. It's a good look. It's a good base garment. I just don't think it's, that extravagant and over the top and la mas, if you will. And then she did the reveal. I mean, we've seen the fall and trip into reveal before. But I think she executed it very, very well. The one thing I didn't love, and why I took this specific photo of the right side, is because then I was like trying to put the crown on her and she's just walking away.
He puts it too low and she has to like adjust it.
And she's like, and I'm like, girl. But overall, I was so happy about this for Miss Sirena, and I love this.
When she came out, I was like, oh, we're going to get the story of Mary grieving her son on the resurrection. And what an apropos time to show this when Easter is coming up and Resurrection Sunday is
literally Easter.
Literally about to happen this week. And so I was like, oh, okay. So we're getting I was like, okay, she's just going to do Grieving Mary. Got it. And I thought the base look was great. I thought it was a good first look, or a good look. If this was her only look, I still would have been singing her praises. I would still have been like, this is a beautiful look. It shows me the grieving mother. She's crying. This black with the white and the gold accents. It's beautiful. I thought it was beautiful. And then that headpiece, beautiful. I thought it would still be great. But when she did the trip and fall into the reveal and she came out as Jesus and then the crown and then she got on the cross, I was like, okay, girl, you trying to send my little Christian heart into a Disney. I'm about to start crying because I'm like, Jesus. Yeah, I'm about to go into a Baptist fit. Y'all don't know. I'm about to go in like, glory. But I loved it because y'all know the resurrection to Christian folks is everything. We can't go without it. It's the story of all stories. And it's like, yes. And so, but she looks so beautiful doing it. Like, I was like, I don't know if I've seen a hotter Jesus. Like, that's so good. It was so good. I really enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the way she portrayed it on the stage. She looked good. I liked the performance of it all. And yeah, so Sirena, I was like, tops of the tops of the tops for me. It was good. Scores.
96.
97.
98.
Yay.
I only did that for y'all, but I was going to give her, but it's fine. Rudy
Reyes.
Rudy.
No, not that.
We were doing two different Rudies.
I know, two different Rudies. I had to go to my Rudy. I like my
I was
Rudy.
doing Cosby Show Rudy.
I was doing.
And I'm doing Rudy Reyes as featured on Solo Las Mas season 1.
I did the movie Rudy.
Right.
Rudy.
And I got both of your references
Absolutely.
at the same time.
Rudy Huckleberry. Okay.
I like this. I think this category definitely ended stronger than it started. For like all of the people at the end here. I really like the big Pope that we saw. Obviously, you could tell there was a reveal coming. And I thought it was really cool how she comes out with sunglasses on, like throwing up the peace sign. I'm like, okay, this is like a chill, like stoner or something, Pope.
I
There's
really
something.
thought we were going that direction. I
Mhm.
really thought we were going like stoner Pope, and I would have loved it,
Yeah.
but we didn't, and we got something better.
Right. But yeah, I did notice, like was called out. I did notice when we're like, oh, I can kind of see a reveal coming underneath. It's there, it's visible, and
Kind
the screenshot definitely shows it
It
here.
was like kind of.
But
That's why I did it that way.
yes. But when it came off, I, for the most part, really liked what was underneath. I thought it was a really interesting look, and it had a lot of characterization. The only thing that kind of bothered me was like it kind of had like a clunky delivery getting out of the Pope costume and getting into this. Like she had trouble getting her sleeves out. And then parts of the hair were just kind of ratty, you know? It almost gave me the Galavera wig that I also referenced last week. Um, but overall, I thought this was very, very, very good. This was definitely one of my favorites of the night.
This was up there for me for sure. I really enjoyed this. The only thing that knocked off points for me personally was the clunky reveal. Because I really liked the first look. I think the whole Pope garment looked really, really nice. I don't love beard either. Her and Sirena, I was like, the beards don't look as a beard expert. I think I'm qualified to speak specifically. The beards just looked a little fake, a little too fake for my liking. But then the reveal into this slutty. That's really all I can. It's really all I can say about it. I think she looks incredible. The makeup here is great. The garment itself is along the lines of what Alfonso was wearing last week, but much better. So I'm here for it.
I like this look. It was fine. The reveal was too clunky for me though, but it's all right. I love that she hid the horns under that big Pope headpiece, which was kind of incredible. The way that she just slid it off, and it was like, oh, it's another big headpiece underneath that. That's kind of cute. I enjoyed this look for the most part. Some parts I was like, but for the most part, I actually enjoyed it. I thought it really looked great. I didn't like the boots though, but sure.
It's for the character. I didn't particularly love it either. I think it could have been executed a little bit better, but
I get it.
Yeah, it's a good old character shoe. Am I right?
That's right.
Character shoe.
Well, look, I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't met you since 1975. Okay.
I am James Brown.
I
don't know what a character.
I don't know what a character shoe is. I ain't seen you since 1975. Okay. Scores, David.
92.
90.
89.
Per. Oh.
Baby. Miss C-Pher is in the building doing what Miss C-Pher does.
Yeah, I just thought this was so tacky and classless. Just kidding. No, I sound like Lolita starting to sound like when she likes somebody, she really likes
I'm going to
somebody.
use the trap.
I
No,
didn't fully trapdoor you. I paused it.
I'm gonna use the trap.
I thought about it.
Working in the trap. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. No, I really like, she starts out, she gives this slow delivery. She's really building into it. You can tell that there's something underneath there, especially because we're getting a plastic face.
Mm-hmm.
But then when she creeps out underneath, I'm like, oh, whoa. Like, I don't know why, but I was like, even after last week, this still somehow managed to surprise me. And I just thought it was an incredible delivery. And she looks so good. Like it wasn't like one thing, like the performance was the strong part and her look suffered. Both of them were absolutely top notch. And then you hear that baby crying. Is this the first time we've heard somebody use their own sound effects? Like, in
I
Lamas.
think
In the Mas,
at least in the ones we've watched.
Yeah. And I honestly, I was just in awe, like, of everything she was doing. She reveals her chest. Why didn't you put that picture up? Just kidding. And then
You want to deal with the demonetization, David?
Yes. No, I don't.
Okay, great.
And then she lets this monster creature just suckle on her, and I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe what I'm watching right now. But I just was obsessed with every moment of it. This was my favorite, absolutely.
For me, it was very, very close between C-Pher and Sirena. C-Pher is duh. She's a queen after my own heart. Circling back to last week, where I wasn't here to talk about the iconicness of C-Pher. I love this. I think it's so well executed. The color palette here is my absolute favorite thing, because she's got this, like, what would you call this color? Like this cobalt blue? It's not even really a cobalt. It's more like it's like a bluish green, but not really, but kind of gray.
You mean black?
It's not black.
Okay. All I see is black.
Anyway, it's not black.
there's
Unless I'm
definitely
missing.
some blue in there. No, there's some blue in there. But it's
like
definitely dark.
Yeah, it's like a dark bluish, greenish, grayish, black-ish. Anyway, I think it's gorgeous. Mixed with the gold, mixed with all the red going on. It's just gorgeous. When she does the breasticle reveal, if you will, the whole presentation of this was just dumb. It's so good in the best way. Can we just crown her already? Because I wouldn't be opposed, personally. But I love this.
This is so good. When she first came out, and first thing I thought was, how did the heck did she get that there? Like, how did you get that whole big old piece there that you can climb out of? Don't tell me you made that once you got there. No, where did that come from? And then this outfit is just insane, crazy. The performance of it the performance for me outweighed everything. Like, this was such a good performance of this. I was like, you are a true artist. Like, this is what you do. You are a performer, you're an artist, you're an entertainer. This is so good. Oh, excuse me. I love the headpiece. I love the wig going on underneath that. I like the makeup that she did. This dress has so much volume, and it matches the volume on the dress of the thing she came out of, and I was like, crazy. Then when she ripped off the top for the chest area to be exposed, and we saw the nipple just torn a piece, and I was like, ouch. I literally had a visceral, like, I grabbed myself. I was like, no, because I could not imagine, because we've heard stories about babies who actually bite their mother when they're breastfeeding and how much pain that is. So I was like, what kind of baby is that? And then when she pulled out the baby, I was like, oh, okay, it's a monster baby. Got it.
That ain't a baby at all. That would be too predictable.
She gave us a monster baby. It's a baby monster. It was just, I just loved it. I thought she did a really great job. Of course.
I want to see how many episodes she can go in a row getting full cups from me, because this is absolutely a full cup.
Oh, wow.
So I gave her a 96.
I gave her a 97.
Mm.
Is this the first time this has ever happened? Where David is only one of us to give someone a full cup?
Yep.
And I'm shocked. I'm shocked because this was just incredible. Like, this was mind-blowing performance for me.
Mind you, I gave like 3 full cups last week. I know I wasn't here, but like that's the quality I'm looking for. And so this is like very incredible.
Yeah.
But even C-Pher's kind of set the bar a little high. And I'm like, it's not, because that was obviously like my favorite of last week. But, you know, I'm surprised. I'm delighted though. I love it. I'm here for it.
I love that for you, and I love that for her, and I love that we can have these opinions. But that is it, y'all. That is the looks. We've talked about the looks. And if you hadn't watched the other episode before you watch this episode, you should go watch the other episode. You should go do it. So you will know our thoughts about the entire episode. This is just looks. That's all we got. We're not talking about nothing else. We're not talking about results or nothing. Just looks. Because we told you at the very beginning that we want you to
look over here.
So if you didn't, we appreciate you for looking. And we go get up out of here because we're done talking about it. But before we do, hit the subscribe and the notification on your way out. We appreciate you. Go check out our Cup TV channel. Go check out our Cup ESD channel. Go check out our Cup Ringside channel. And do all the things. Subscribe over all of those channels as well. Join our membership so you can get some early access to things like this video or other videos that we got planned for you. And get exclusive content because we have exclusive things that won't even come out on the channel. It's just in those membership channels here or on Patreon. And follow us on all of our socials at the Cup Pod on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. You can follow the 3 of us if you'd like, because we put some stuff out there. Usually a lot on Wednesdays for David and myself because we be live tweeting to a Survivor apparently. And
can't relate. Survivor is still airing right now.
Right now for Logan, so we want to talk about it.
I love being in the Pacific time zone.
Love that for you. Get your cup merch at LanaGsCreations.etsy.com. That link is also in the description below. And you know what? We're out of here. So cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks for
look over here. Look over here.
I just had to do it twice. I love